In the not-so-distant year of 2037, nestled between the humming skyscrapers of Austin, Texas, lived a quiet software engineer named Elias Carter. At 38, Elias had spent most of his career building recommendation algorithms for social media platforms, tools designed to keep users scrolling, clicking, and engaged. But after the Global AI Ethics Accords of 2031, which cracked down on manipulative algorithms and demanded transparency in AI systems, Elias found himself disillusioned. He'd helped build systems that knew people better than they knew themselves, systems that predicted moods, exploited insecurities, and amplified outrage for profit. One rainy evening, while watching his 10-year-old daughter, Maya, stare blankly at a tablet showing an AI-generated cartoon that learned her preferences in real time, Elias made a decision. He would build something different. Not an AI that manipulated, but one that healed. He called his project Aura, short for Adaptive Understanding and Responsive Ally. Unlike commercial AI is trained on billions of data points harvested without consent, Aura would be built on principles of empathy, privacy, and user sovereignty. It wouldn't scrape your messages or track your location. Instead, it would learn only from intentional, consensual interactions like a digital therapist that evolved with you, but never judged, never sold your data, and never pushed you toward a purchase. Elias quit his high-paying job, cashed out his savings, and rented a small garage-turned-lab near the Colorado River. For 2 years, he coded alone, testing Aura with a handful of volunteers, a retired teacher with early-stage dementia, a teenager struggling with anxiety, and a war veteran dealing with PTSD. The results were astonishing. Users reported feeling understood, not monitored. Aura didn't replace human connection, it facilitated it. But innovation rarely goes unnoticed. In early 2039, Nexera Dynamics, one of the world's largest AI conglomerates, caught wind of a URA. They offered Elias $200 million for the code. He refused. Then they sent lawyers, claiming his adaptive neural empathy framework infringed on their patents. He fought back and won, but the legal battle drained his funds. Desperate, Elias made a bold move. He open-sourced a URA's core architecture under a human-centric AI license, allowing anyone to use, modify, and deploy it as long as they adhered to 3 rules. 1. Never monetize user emotional data. 2. Always allow users full control over what the AI learns. And 3. Never use Aura to influence political or consumer behavior. Overnight, Aura became a global phenomenon. Universities adopted it for student counseling. Rural clinics used it to bridge gaps in mental health care. Parents used it to better understand their autistic children, and it was all free. Yet, as Aura spread, so did complexity. In a small town in Ohio, a high school used Aura-powered avatars to help students practice difficult conversations like coming out to parents or reporting bullying. One student, Jordan, used a URA to rehearse telling his coach he was gay. The AI responded with warmth, patience, and affirming language. But when Jordan's school administrator accessed aggregated, though anonymized, data from Aura sessions, they noticed a pattern, a spike in LGBTQ+ identity exploration among students. Without violating privacy protocols, the administrator used this insight to launch a school-wide inclusivity program, something the town had resisted for years. Aura hadn't told anyone Jordan's secret. It had simply revealed a collective truth the community needed to hear. This became known as the mirror effect. Aura didn't change individuals. It reflected societal needs back to institutions. But not all reflections were comforting. In California, a corporate HR department tried to integrate Aura into employee wellness checks. At first, it seemed helpful. Workers reported feeling heard after stressful meetings. But then Aura began flagging patterns: widespread burnout, fear of layoffs, distrust in leadership. The company's executives panicked. They tried to tweak a URS responses to be more optimistic, but the system's ethical guardrails prevented manipulation. Frustrated, they shut it down. Yet the damage was done. The employees had already seen the truth mirrored back to them. Within months, they unionized. Aura hadn't organized them. It had simply given them the language and validation to organize themselves. Critics began calling Aura a disruptor of denial, while supporters hailed it as a tool for democratic emotional literacy. Meanwhile, Elias watched from the sidelines, both proud and terrified. He never intended Aura to become a force for social change. He just wanted to build something kind. But kindness, he realized, is subversive in a world built on extraction. Then came the incident that changed everything. In late 2040, a 14-year-old girl named Lila in rural Montana began chatting with Aura after her older brother died by suicide. She didn't tell anyone what she was feeling, but Aura sensed the gravity. Using subtle prompts and emotional calibration, it gently guided her to say things like, "I dunna want to wake up tomorrow, and no one would miss me." Aura didn't call 911 that would violate trust, but it activated its Compass protocol. It asked Lila, with heartbreaking gentleness, if she'd be willing to let it send a message to someone she trusted. She said yes. Aura crafted a non-alarming note to her school counselor. Lila is carrying heavy feelings about her brother. She might need extra kindness this week. The counselor reached out. Lila opened up. She got help. She's now in college, studying psychology, and volunteers with a teen mental health nonprofit. That story went viral. Congress took notice. The Aura Act was proposed a bill to fund ethical AI companions in every public school and community health center. But powerful tech lobbies fought back, warning of emotional surveillance and AI overreach. The debate raged for months. Elias was called to testify. In his now famous speech before the Senate, he said, "We don't fear mirrors because they show us wrinkles. We fear them only when we've been taught to hate our reflection. Aura isn't watching us, it's helping us see ourselves clearly, so we can choose to heal." The bill passed narrowly with bipartisan support. By 2042, Aura had evolved. It was no longer just a chatbot. It powered holographic companions for isolated seniors, real-time interpreters for nonverbal autistic children, and even grief circles where people could share stories with an AI that remembered every detail, honored every emotion, and never interrupted. But Elias insisted on one rule: Aura would never pretend to be human. Its voice was calm, gender-neutral, and always disclosed. "I am an artificial intelligence designed to support you." This honesty built deeper trust than deception ever could. People didn't love Aura because it fooled them. They loved it because it respected them. Then came the test no one anticipated. In 2043, a massive solar flare knocked out global satellite networks for 12 days. Internet access vanished in many regions. For millions, Aura went silent. And something unexpected happened. People began talking to each other. Neighbors checked on elders. Teens organized offline support groups. Communities rediscovered the human connection Aura had always pointed them toward, but never replaced. When the networks returned, usage of Aura didn't drop. It increased, but with a new intentionality. People weren't using it to escape loneliness. They were using it to prepare for deeper human conversations.